Hey guys, welcome back to the Operator Badger Paintball channel. Now I know I haven't posted any content in quite a while, and I'm sorry for that. I have a complete backlog of footage, gameplay, reviews, all this stuff that I've been meaning to put up, but I just haven't had time. I mean, my company got bought out, so I've been dealing with that at work. About ready to start harvesting up here in Wisconsin, so going to be going up to my grandparents' farm and not really going to have a lot of time to do editing or any video stuff for this channel. So I'm going to try and get some stuff put up, but I mean, we'll see. I don't expect too much. But today I'm actually doing kind of an overview of a new marker I just bought. I'm really excited about it, and I mean, I'm going to do a shooting video where we're testing the decibel reading versus the Maxx Rize, and then also I'll do basic chronograph and stuff. I think my air tank's only at 1,000 psi, so that'll be interesting, but we'll see. So I do also want to talk about this. Now, it was a really tough decision. I mean, I was looking at a new gun, and the wife okayed it, so I was good there, but at the same time, having a new house with a bigger mortgage and stuff, I couldn't justify keeping this marker. I mean, it's another $300 in my pocket. I mean, I haven't used it much, and I've taken really great care of it, so I swapped out all the O-rings and everything. But I mean, it was really tough for me to even consider selling this. I really don't want to, but I mean, right now it's not in the cards to keep another marker, like I said. So, obviously, I mean, done a review on this, has the fuse bolt, the Hyper 3 reg, I mean, well, and then the M2 eye pipe, which I'm really going to miss having an eye pipe. Some people hate them, say they crack. I mean, I've never had that happen with this. I mean, the M2 is more durable than like even my DM13 was. That eye pipe I think I shattered once or twice, but the eye pipes are super nice, super easy. Like if you chop paint in there and the eyes are blocked, very easy to just take a squeegee in there, pull it out, and you're pretty much good to go. I kind of hate having to deal with eyes, so that'll be interesting. I mean, I understand that the difference is pretty minimal, but for me, it's just faster, and I mean, I'd rather have that. But I mean, what it came down to, I mean, it was like a little bit the board. Well, I mean, from here up to here, I had to end up putting the board up to, I think, like 13.69 balls per second, and I actually started chopping paint. I mean, the gun just couldn't handle it for some odd reason, which was weird. I mean, I've never had problems shooting that fast with a mini GS, or I actually had a guy who let me try out the Ether 2 at one of our local fields, and that thing shoots awesome. But I did have a little bit of trouble when it was turned up, so I set it back down to 12, and it's been doing fine ever since. So I mean, that's a small thing. It didn't really deter me. I mean, having to unscrew everything to do the programming, I wish they would come out with like what Planet Eclipse has, with the pull the trigger and push in the power button so you can enter programming mode. I think that'd be a heck of a lot nicer. But you know what? That's what I decided on, and that's fine. I mean, you're still getting a good quality gun for, I mean, these retail new for $350, so I can't really complain. But the main reason why, and I just absolutely do not like it is the ASA. It might sound stupid, but this is the reason why I'm ending up selling the marker is because I just hate the ASA that much. I ended up, you can see the set screw there is stripped. This metal, it seems to be so soft. I had to take this apart because there's an O-ring down here, and I had to lube it, which I found out now. You can just, you can see that right there where it screws into your tank. You can pull that out, twist it out with a needle nose pliers, and then I take the back of a pick and put grease on it and go in there and lube it up, and that works. So I don't have to worry about this being stripped now. But ended up calling Dye about a month ago, and they sent me to 2 or 3 different people because I have no idea why, but all I was looking was to get this replaced, and the one guy was like, you need to verify when you bought this marker, and it was still under warranty, but I just wasn't going to call back because they were being such a pain about it. And for literally a $2 screw, it's not like I needed a new bolt. Like, I would have paid for it anyway. They could have just sent me the part and done and over with. But whatever. It is what it is. So that's that. And then also, problem with the ASA is the way they attach it onto the frame here. I mean, the dovetail that this slides on is not the issue. There's actually a set screw right here, about right here, that goes down and kind of pushes the ASA down so that it locks into the dovetails a little bit better. And I've put Loctite, I've done all this stuff, and every single time I'm out playing, that screw backs itself off. So, I mean, you come up, obviously not that hard, but put the gun in your shoulder, and all of a sudden it slides in more. It's like, well, crap, what the heck? And then, I mean, if it starts moving side to side, honestly, the first time that started happening, I thought, like, the gun was falling apart. It felt so weird because it's in my shoulder, and it's just, like shaking. I'm like, what the heck? So, Dye definitely needs to come up with a new way to mount the ASA to the gun. I mean, it just doesn't work. And then the other thing that annoys me is the regulator swivels around like this. And, I mean, a guy with bigger hands, it jams into the bottom of my palm. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it just is one of those things that just bugs me about the gun. So, otherwise, I mean, it's still comfortable. It's a great shooter. Just because I'm saying negative stuff about it shouldn't deter you from buying this. It's still a great marker and everything, but it just ended up not being what I wanted to play with for the long term. So, comes along the Planet Eclipse Gtek 160R. Now, I mean, we'll take off the super nice barrel bag here. Actually get a decent one with this marker. And I'm not going to go into a full-blown review on this. I mean, you can go on to other channels and look at what they have to say. Obviously, doing overviews and stuff, but just the feel of it. I mean, I've had it for 2 days now, and I've just been kind of just practicing switching hands with it and stuff. And I mean, it's very comfortable. I like that it's more spread out than the Maxx Rize. I mean, obviously, having larger hands, it sometimes, like, being cramped like that felt really awkward. And I'll actually put them next to each other. If you go frame to frame, let's see here, frame to frame, you can see that the Maxx Rize is about the regulator shorter in distance. So, I mean, it is a little bit more spread out, which is nice. The grip frame also is, I mean, people complain about I mean, people with smaller hands I've heard complain about bigger grip frames and saying Planet Eclipse has big grip frames, but I mean, this one actually fits me perfectly. Here, I'll just show you quick. You can actually see, when this is the way I grip this gun, and you can see, I mean, there's light showing through there, and then this side will kind of pull tight, but back here, I kind of don't get in, and I blame that on the thin body up there. This one just fits my hand perfectly. It's like it was almost made for it. So, I mean, the gun is super comfortable. The grips are really nice. Very tacky. You're not going to lose this gun if it's pouring rain out. AT pipe, I don't mind it. I think it actually makes the gun look cool. And I mean, it is a more efficient way of doing it than Macroline. So, the board, I ended up buying this instead of the regular Gtek because it had the OLED, and I didn't want to have to upgrade another marker. So having the OLED board or the screen just dropped in was really nice. I had been, for years, I was like, I'm never going to get a gun with an OLED board because that's just another thing that's going to go wrong with it. But I mean, it's really nice. It does give you quite a bit of functionality. I mean, obviously not as much as some of the other high-end Planet Eclipse guns or other brand markers in general, but I mean, it has what I need. It allows me to switch modes really fast. I mean, I was just playing around with it last night, and I mean, I switched from semi to PSP in like 3 seconds. I mean, it was like boom, done. I mean, it's just so it's just idiot proof, really. And it's really nice not having to deal with the light and everything and figuring out which mode you're in and whatever else. But trigger, actually, I mean, I will say that this is probably one of the nicest triggers I've ever had. And I mean, I've shot an axe, I've shot guns with I ended up putting a Violent Series trigger on my old DM, and this trigger is so smooth. It just floats. I mean, no side-to-side play. I like that you have 4 points of adjustment. Something that you don't always get. You might get like 2 or 3, but you don't always get like the spring tension and stuff with some other markers. But I mean, the trigger just floats. I can actually finally somewhat ramp with my left hand, which I've never ever been able to do before. But I mean, not getting too much into it. Obviously, you guys know it has the Gamma Core, which was another point that I really liked about it. Obviously, they put it in the Etha 2 and stuff now too, but the Gamma Core has just kicked butt. I mean, super, super efficient. If you actually look, I think it was at your PB Friend did a review on the Gtek when it first was coming out, and they shot like 15 pods through it. I mean, the Gamma Core is such an efficient drivetrain. It's unbelievable. And then one thing I actually thought was cool is they have this sprocket here, this wheel to adjust the tension on the hopper, which you can actually just leave the lever closed and spin this. I mean, you might have to hold it up, but that reduces, I mean, it's not as clunky when you have to like maneuver a big old latch on there while your loader's on top. I mean, that gets kind of funny. So I mean, that's kind of a nice little feature. Obviously it has the eyes, which, I mean, I could do without those. It'd be cool if they came out with an upgrade where they had like what the Etha 2 has, where it's the light sensor, where it just, I mean, obviously I know you'd have to rewire most of the gun, but I think that would be cool. And then Oh, before I forget, ended up ponying up 60 more bucks and put the pops on here, which I'm really glad I did. I mean, this is so nice. Just be able to push that button and it would degas your marker and then just pop it right back in. It's a heck of a lot better than any other ASA with like a lever or like the knobs. I mean, this makes it almost so easy to gas up your marker. It's just insane. So, I mean, like I said, the gun feels super comfortable. I'm really excited to shoot it. So I will meet you guys outside and we'll start the shooting portion of the video. Hey guys, so I just want to turn you around and then I'll turn you back while I shoot and stuff, but I just wanted to show you the DBs I had. Average of 50 DBs on the Maxx Rize and a max of 79, so we're hopefully looking for something close to that with the 160R. So I just wanted to spin you guys around. Now this is with about a 10-mile-an-hour wind. We have a max of 82. It was actually 80 when I was coming over here, and an average of 50. So we're pretty darn close with the Maxx Rize. Also, the paint I'm using is I believe this is the Vulcan Fate. Some of it has dents in it, but the rest of it's pretty good. So end up spinning you around here, and then I'll do a chrono, and then I'll end up putting you guys back here, and you can see kind of the pattern of the shots. I'm actually gonna set you guys down, and then I'll just show you readings as I do them. So we'll gas back up here. I'm also at about 600 psi, so we'll see. So 258, 259, 253. I notice this is all coming backwards, but 253, 249, 236, 254. So tomorrow we'll end up that 236 was obviously an outlier, and we're getting lower on paint, so I'll end up redoing that tomorrow, but we'll flip you guys around here and I'll just let off some paint. So here, we'll let her rip. So, I mean, it's pretty accurate for I'm pretty much stacking all the shots for what I'm getting. We'll just go in here and then I'll finish off the last of the paint, but we're pretty much stacking a lot of them. I mean, some of these I wasn't paying attention where I was shooting, but you can see there's a pretty strong grouping right there. That's where I've been shooting now, and that's where about most of them have been going. So that's pretty darn accurate, especially with my gas now at about 500. So I'm really happy with it. We'll end up shooting off the rest of the paint, and then we'll take her inside and clean her up for tomorrow and be ready to go.
Woke up and just felt right. Phone blown like a tailpipe. Today's schedule airtight. I turn a short day into a long night. See you soon if you got the heart. Meet you outside Rennie Park. Hurry up if it's getting dark. We won't say much and that's